Hi, my name is Cynthia, and today we're going to be talking about parrots. It's one of my favorite topics. I've had many parrots in the past. I still do have a lot. And I enjoy them terribly, and it's important to take care of them properly. So today is going to be the minor things you have to do to take care of a parrot. Now, they do tend to have a little bit more care than a regular dog or cat. Cats really don't need a whole lot, but parrots need a little bit more. So if you don't have that kind of time, you shouldn't get a parrot. Looking online, and it'll give you some idea of what you're looking at as far as care. Now, I'm sorry you can hear a parrot in the background. First of all, toys. They need toys in their cage. Toys can be very expensive. You can buy them online, Chewy.com, Amazon, all different sites for them. And some of them will go through them a lot faster than others. I have a cockatoo that will go through them very fast, and I have an Amazon that hardly touches it. Then I have an African gray that doesn't really do much either, but African grays really need toys in their cage. So toys are very important, but you got to be careful. If you try to make a toy for them yourself, you got to be careful because they can destroy them, and they can get their nails caught in them, and they can die and hurt themselves terribly. So you got to be careful what you buy for them and make for them. Another thing is they need to have attention every day. And by attention, it also includes, if you want a parrot that's tame, you have to hold them. You have to touch them. And it's very important to do that. And if you can't do it every day, you got to do it a lot, at least a couple times a week. Preferably, you do it every day to keep them tame. And some just adore being touched. Cockatoos want to be touched all the time. They want to be attached to you constantly. Other ones, they'll put up with it. Amazons can like to be on you too. You got to be careful too if you have them on your shoulder, because they can bite, and people have been bitten in their face. So you have to know your parrot very well before you put them anywhere near your face. And even if you know them, things can scare them and cause them to bite. So you got to be careful. But hold them, touch them, cuddle them, if you can, every day. Another thing that for their care is you should have the largest cage you can afford to buy for them, because they're going to spend a lot of time in that cage. So it can be very expensive. They can be $1,500, $2,000. But when you consider the lifetime of a parrot, some of them can live to be 60 years old, even higher. On an average, maybe 20, 30. That's, if you paid $2,000 for a cage and you put that over the 30 years of their life, it's not that much of an expense. But yeah, it's hard to come up with when you first buy a parrot, because you do usually spend some good money for a parrot. Another item is they should be out of the cage, and if you can, get a perch. Now you can make your own perches. I've made perches out of trees that I've seen on the side of the road, and you can make them yourself, but you got to be careful of the type of tree that you get, because some of the trees are poisonous. If they tend to chew on the trees, which a lot of birds do, they're poisonous. So you got to be careful. Get online and find out what particular trees are poisonous to parrots before you make one yourself. If you buy one in a store, most of the time they've already been taken care of as far as what kind. Manzanita is very good wood because it's hard. It'll last a lot longer than let's say pine. Pine will be destroyed. Pine's okay for a parrot, but it will be destroyed pretty fast. So perches are really important to have them out, and if you can, have them spend time. On the same token, they do need time to sleep. So if you have them in your living room or where you spend a lot of time with noise, be sure to beware that around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, they should be starting to go to sleep. So if you can, avoid having them where you're going to have a lot of noise. Way to handle that is you can cover them up with a blanket or a sheet in the summertime. But that won't take care of the noise. So beware that they do need their sleep, just like we do need our sleep, but they do need a little bit more than us. In the wild, they're usually asleep by the time it gets dark. So beware of that. Another thing is cleanliness. It's important to keep their cage clean, and they like to be clean themselves. You don't have to really take care of cleaning them, but they like to have a nice clean bowl of water, and a lot of them take baths in their water. So during the day, you're going to probably have to replenish that water if they do take a bath. And you got to keep that water clean every day. You should really change the water if you can. I mean, obviously you don't want to drink old water that's been sitting out that you took a bath in, and they shouldn't have to either. So try to have fresh water for them, and check it every day during the day to make sure it's not down, because I have a macaw that goes through every day I have to add water in the middle of the day because she takes a bath and really it's all gone by the time the day's gone. Another thing, they do need to have good nutrition. You should every day give them fruits and veggies besides their normal food. Now, if you don't give them a pellet, pelleted food has all their minerals and their vitamins and things in it. If you give them a seed diet, you'll read that the seed diet has got stuff on the outside, vitamins and all that, but they destroy the shell on the seed. So all of those vitamins are gone. So you have to be careful to make sure that they get extra nourishment, vitamins and that from their food and fruits and vegetables. And I'm going to have another video talking about that particular topic, the kind of food they need and the kind of fruits and veggies, and the ones that are dangerous and can kill them. And that's very important when you first get a parrot. Get online and find out what you can't give them, because you don't. I've had people call me that killed their parrots by giving them, for instance, avocados, which are terribly dangerous and shouldn't be anywhere near a parrot, because they will kill the parrot, and very fast. You don't want to have that happen. Another thing, their nails. Their nails should be taken, you should have them taken to a vet to have them cut back. Now, if you can, buy purchase, cement perches are the best kind, so that when they're sitting on these perches, they'll use up the nails, will be not as sharp. Because I've had a parrot caught in a toy and hung there. When I was at work, I came home and found her hanging by her toenail. And thank God it wasn't gone all that long. I was able to get her off of that and she wasn't hurt. But I also had another one that got caught on a blanket that was shredded. And she eventually died because she hurt herself trying to get off that blanket when I was gone. It was my fault. I should have destroyed that blanket when I saw there was a hole in it, but for lack of being an idiot, I didn't do it right away, and she eventually hurt herself by doing that, and I had to put her to sleep. And I still think of her 10 years after she died, and I miss her terribly. So don't have anything like that happen. Now, those are just a little bit of some ideas. I think I pretty much covered most of the major things. And you can get a lot of information on the internet and books that you can buy in the store. There's a lot of books on how to take care of parrots. I hope this gave you some good ideas. If you did get some good ideas out of this, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have some other videos on parrots, and I do have some right now. I love parrots, and I will probably be talking about them again. Thank you for visiting with me. Have a good day now.